What is going on, everybody? 4 for 4 Philly fan, back at it again with another video. Today, we will be talking about the Sixers trade deadline. We lost to the Bucks. We're finally back home tonight against the Grizzlies, where we will be seeing our new acquisitions hopefully play tonight. One was a former Sixer, played like 4 games because he had issues with Hinkie, and we sucked. We sucked back then. And the other is a guy that I've been eyeing up all year. And honestly, with the trade that we got for him, it worked out really well for the Sixers. Like really, really well. So before I get into that, the Sixers did trade James Ennis III for a second-round pick to Orlando. This is the second year in a row where we've given up a guard to Orlando and gotten very little in return. But, Ennis waived his no-trade clause yesterday. He obviously wasn't getting the minutes that he was, promised or wanted to get here in Philly. And that's because of, the up-and-coming rotation with Matisse. That's with, Raul Neto, which I still don't know why he gets as many minutes as he does. But James Ennis, you could tell his time was, very little from what it was in the beginning of the season. In the beginning of the season, he was probably averaging around 25 minutes a game, 22 to 25 minutes a game. The last few weeks, he's really barely played maybe like 6 or 7 minutes a game. So it was obviously his time to move on. And with the new acquisitions that we got, he really would not have... He's not better than either one of them. He's not better than Alec Burks, and he's not better than Glenn Robinson III. He's not. Not shooting, not rebounding. Maybe I could say rebounding. He was a very good rebounder, and he put 110% out every time he stepped onto the floor. And I really did like James Ennis. I have his jersey. I really did like him on this team. And, it sucks that we had to get rid of him, but with Alec Burks and with Glenn Robinson, they're better. They're better. And, even if they were on a terrible Golden State team, they can still shoot the ball. And Alec Burks has been pretty good his entire career with the Jazz. Then he was with the Cavs, I think the Mavericks, and then obviously with Golden State. He was kind of carrying the load this year in Golden State, averaging 16.1 points a game, 4.7 rebounds, 3.1 assists, shooting 40% from the field, 37.5% from the three-point line, and he's an 89% free throw shooter. So please go ahead and foul him. I will gladly send him to the line. He's obviously a very good free throw shooter. But Alec Burks is somebody that I've really been looking into a lot this season. Seeing what he's been doing with Golden State, he's had a couple 30-point games. He's had multiple 20-point games. I mean, he's averaging 16 points a game. And I know, and everybody should know, that he's not obviously going to be averaging 16 points a game from here on through the rest of the season. It's not going to happen. We know that. Because now he's on a championship contending team, I guess you could say, a top-tier team. Now he's on a top-tier team. That changes a lot. But if he can come in off the bench and he can shoot his shots and make his threes, the Sixers really got to steal with him, honestly. Because I could see him being back. I could see him getting re-signed and be back. So with Glenn Robinson III, he was here short stint earlier in his career. He's only 26 years old. This season, he's having a pretty good year. He won the dunk contest back in 2017. This year, he's averaging 12.9 points per game, 48% from the field, 40% from three, 85% free throw shooting, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. And they're both averaging a steal a game. So, obviously it's not insanely hard to get a steal in the league. But that's defense. That's more defense added, and it's the three ball. The amount of games where we just needed one big three to connect, and it just never happened. Bringing these two in could really do that. We could put them out with Ben, with Horford, and put those two down low. Then you have Tobias, Richardson, Furkan, Burks, Robinson, Scott. Like, you can pair Horford and Simmons with now shooters around the perimeter. Instead of having five guys outside with Embiid, now you have Glenn Robinson, who can shoot. You have Alec Burks, who can shoot. Mike Scott can shoot. Furkan can shoot. Tobias is a little streakier, but he can shoot. But he's a better player than both of them, than all of them. That's why he is a $180 million man. So with all that being said, the Sixers did, however, waive Kyle O'Quinn, Trey Burke, and they just waived Jonah Bolden, and they are signing Norvel Pelle for the rest of the season. Look, I'm glad, because Jonah Bolden stinks. He stinks. I don't know why Trey Burke didn't get the minutes. I don't know why he wasn't getting minutes. I don't really know why Kyle O'Quinn wasn't getting minutes at the time, but obviously they were probably trade bait, and nobody wanted them. So, it's whatever. We traded 3 second-round picks to the Warriors, which really doesn't bother me at all. They're second-round picks. Very rarely are you going to get a second-round pick that's that, drastic of a player. Like, it's very rare that you get a Draymond in the second round. So, with adding Glenn Robinson and Alec Burks, it really does help this team as of right now. It really does. Really, 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 really does help this team. The Sixers do play tonight against the Grizzlies at home. We should definitely win this game. There's no reason to lose 5 straight games. We lost to the Hawks. We lost to the Celtics. We got killed by the Heat, and we lost to the Bucks. Look, I said we were going to go 2-2. We went 0-4. We just couldn't get it going. Josh Richardson hopefully will come back next week. That's what we're all hoping for. The Sixers are really, they're awful right now. Like, it's hard talking positive about this team, and you could just tell by the way I'm talking. We're struggling. We're 6th in the East, behind Indiana. It's just hard to really, like, we started off 5-0, and now we can't buy a win. We can't buy a win on the road, and it's concerning, because what happens in the playoffs? This isn't football. You don't get every game at home. You don't have home field throughout. You can have home court throughout with 4 games at home and 3 on the road. But as of right now, we're not getting that. Not even close. The Sixers need some buyout players. They'll probably get some buyout shooters. But as of right now, this is the team that we have. And we didn't do anything different to the starting 5. Shake Milton probably is going to take a back seat on the bench sooner or later. He'll probably get the backup point guard minutes over Raul, which he should, because Raul Neto stinks. But yeah, Sixers struggling big time right now. And it's a rough stretch of games. Hopefully we can break that tonight. We play Memphis. Then we play the Bulls Sunday. And then we play the Clippers. And then we are on All-Star break. Hopefully, and these 3 games are at home. Hopefully the Sixers can win those 2 games that you should win. If you lose to the Clippers, so what? It's just, we always do better in the second half of the season anyways. So if you're going to lose a game, lose now. Just lose now and make a run, make a stride into the Eastern Conference playoffs. and make some noise. That's all this city wants, is a championship from this team. That's it for this video. Sixers at the trade deadline move on from James Ennis III. They pick up Alec Burks and Glenn Robinson III from 3 second-round picks. They have waived Kylo Quinn, Trey Burke, Jonah Bolden, and now have signed Norvel Pell for the rest of the season. Sixers play tonight, 7 o'clock against the Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant. That's it for this video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.